Hey everybody, wait for you guys to chime in real quick. Let's see. Hope you guys are doing great. Just want to go over something real quick with you all. You can go ahead and chime in and comment hello if you like. That way I'll know who's on. Hope you guys are doing great. Hope you guys have had a great week last week, and I expect you to have a great week this week. Typically, we normally do our Monday Motivational Power Talk on Monday at 9 p.m. But however, we will not be doing that um, today. Reasoning is because I'm going to be sharing um, a what is that called? What they do now? It's called watch party. That's it. Hey, Diane Rosier, thank you for coming in. I will be doing a watch party this evening. Dr. Shiva will be speaking at 8:30, and he's going to be talking about a very important topic. And I would not be able to join him or listen in or do the watch party if I'm already doing my Monday Motivation Power Talk, which is typically is going to be at 9 o'clock, which is going to be like uh, a little later, but it's gonna run past the time that he's on. So I don't want to miss that talk that he's doing tonight. So I'm gonna postpone mine's. Um, I'm gonna post mine's on. I'm gonna do mine's on postpone mine's for next Monday. All right. So with that being said, I just want to speak on um, something real quick. Um, I've made some comments on social media, right? And let me just say this real quick. Okay. I got two things going on. So listen, folks. I was just accused of being callous um, by a friend of mine who haven't been on my posts, for the past like 5 months, and saying that I'm being callous towards other people and everything. And let me just share something. I want to be clear, right? And I'm only going to be clear because there are some people who have not been on my post like forever for whatever reason. It don't matter. I mean, they could have been all Facebook. I don't know, right? But you have people who want to pick and choose what post they want to pop out of the sewer hole in, and they want to try to throw up whatever they want to throw out there. Um, and let me revert back. I lost my brother in 2014, a week after I officially moved to Florida, and he apparently had passed away of a heart attack, and was likely probably caused by the fact that he was diabetic. Okay. Here's what I know about diabetes. He was type 2. You can reverse diabetes. Okay. Love my brother. I was looking forward to him eventually coming down here to Florida, joining me. But he was called. Our creator had called him. Yes, Diane Rosier. That's my sister-in-law, right? She had two beautiful nieces of mine from my brother. She's right here. She can attest to this. And what I'm sharing with you guys is information I know about diabetes. I try to share that with my brother. Lost my brother. He passed away. They found him in his own apartment, right? Now, you can imagine what that done to me. I came here to Florida. A week later, my brother passed, and I had to fly back up there uh, to bury him. If a scientist come out and talk about what you need to do to prevent diabetes, and there's a pandemic on diabetes, and it should be a pandemic of diabetes. A lot of people are dying from diabetes, especially in our Black community because of our diet, our eating habits, right? So I can't get upset and call somebody callous. It's saying that somebody's, somebody's having callousness of someone of diabetes, because science does not change the fact of what you need to do to prevent yourself from suffering from diabetes. As a matter of fact, there are ways you can reverse diabetes type 2. Okay. Haven't done much study on type 1, but I understand there are some measures that you can use for type 1 diabetes as well, but I'm not clear on those, so I can't speak to it. But as far as type 2, there are measures to reverse diabetes type 2. Okay. Now, my brother died of diabetes. It caused him a heart attack. And I have a uncle who died of a diabetic coma. He never came out of a diabetic coma. Okay. I can't be, claiming somebody as being insensitive against people with diabetes just because they are sharing information about diabetes and what you can do to reverse it or to help yourself with diabetes. I can't get mad at that, right? Only thing I can do is say, this is some good information that I wish I would have had prior to my uncle and my brother dying of diabetes. Check this out. Check this out. When we have touching situations, touching topics or any situation, right? I get it. I get it. And I am very, very sensitive to anyone losing a life, to whatever that cause of life is. But damn it, if I have information that is helpful, that tackles the fear mongering that especially this government is doing. Now, I get it. People say, I have 2 people, I know 3 people, I know 1 person who have suffered or died or had it, COVID-19. Okay, I know people who have had COVID-19, but that does not mean that these skyrocketing numbers are not bullshit. And I'm gonna tell you guys something. You can get mad. You guys know, whom, me. I don't give a fuck. Those numbers are plain bullshit. And I'm gonna say it 5 times. Bullshit, 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 and more bullshit. Get mad. I have shown you why they're bullshit. I've shown you scientists who have proven it. I've shown you people who have pulled up data who have proven it, but you refuse to look at the facts. You think that Dr. Fauci is factual. And just because I challenge anybody who believes in Dr. Fauci to show me some fucking scientific evidence that shows that mask, lockdown, social distancing boosts the immune system. Show me that. And show me how that can prevent COVID-19. Matter of fact, any virus, a common cold, with those advice, folks, a common cold will tear your ass up. tidbit. Get mad. I'm very sensitive to life. All life is precious, but that does not remove the fucking science, man. Stop being punks out here. You can't win being a punk. You can't win in fear. You just can't. You can't win like that. Have a fucking backbone. You can't win that way. The science is science. There are scientists that are proven. They are proving that what they're telling you, what the government is telling you, is not correct. As a matter of fact, fuck what the scientists are saying. I'm just going to revert back to elementary science. I went to W.B. Patterson Elementary School. My science teacher was named Mr. Lee, white guy, no relation to me, just have the same last name. He has shown us so much in science. I didn't know what biology was. I never knew what physics was. I didn't know what astronomy. I didn't know I didn't even understand. I didn't even know what the 7 branches of science was. But he showed us stuff in our science class. I used to always, myself and a young man named John Kitt. He's on my friends list. John Kitt. We used to bring mice. We used to go to the pet store and buy mice and gerbils, right? And bring them to the class. And he used to teach us the scientifics of mice and how they think, how the gerbils think, and why gerbils always wanted to run in the wheel. And gerbils will always want to run in the wheel at nighttime. They will wake you up. They will keep you up at night if you had a gerbil as a pet. I mean, not a gerbil, a hamster as a pet. Well, we had gerbils too. But let me say this, folks. A hamster will keep you up late at night because they rest the opposite of how we rest. We rest at night. They rest during the day. I don't know why it's like that, but he explained to us that that's what they do. They sleep during the day, and at night, if you got a wheel in your cage for your hamster, you got to make sure that wheel is not one of them loud wheels or squeaky wheels or one of those wheels that's tapping against the glass as the hamster is running on the wheel. So what did I do? What I've done was took the hamster and went to a store and made a house. So I made a big house where the hamster would have room to run around. So what the hamster would do was run from one part of his house in this hamster house into another house. And it was connected by different tubes. So the hamster wouldn't have to just run the wheel. The hamster could run around his own little house through the tubes and stuff like that. And that was fun for the hamster. And I didn't hear that at night because there was no wheel. There was no tapping. And it was spread out with a lot of litter. See, these are things I've learned in science. We've also learned about oxygen in science. We've learned about, quite funny, at my age in elementary school, we've also learned about the immune system. I was in the 6th grade in the immune system. We learned about the immune system. We learned about what suppresses the immune system and what boosts the immune system. We talked about vitamin C. We talked about vitamin D. We talked about vitamin A. We talked about all of that in science class in W.B. Patterson Elementary School. Science teacher was named Mr. Lee. So listen, folks, go back to your elementary science class to know the truth about what's going on here. Pathogens are pathogens. You also have 380 trillion viruses in your body right now. It's called human virome. No, I did not learn that in elementary school. I've learned that throughout the years from just having a passion for science. Okay. And what I'm saying to you is, I'm not insensitive to anything. I'm sorry that anyone lost their life to COVID-19. Well, what I am trying to tell you is that we are still here. How you doing, Nuri? What I'm trying to tell you guys is we are still here. And because we are still here, these are the things that we may want to look into. These are the things that we might need to look into to make our immune system stronger. Okay? This is all I'm sharing with people. This is all I'm sharing with people. I'm showing you science. I love science. And recently I just stopped. I noticed that people have a problem with something that I post. Right, Miss Davis, how you doing? On Periscope. Thank you. And what I'm sharing with you all is, listen. Sometimes, most of the times nowadays, I just post something without a caption because I understand that because of the caption I put out there, that's what people's mind. That's what makes people upset. It's not the data. You see, I said it before. It's not that people hate the truth. They just hate hearing it from you. See, they don't hate the truth. They hate hearing it from you. It's you they hate. It's you that they don't want to hear it from. But the facts are the facts. I've learned a long time ago that facts kills all arguments. So what does that mean? If you arguing facts, you an idiot. That's what that says. If the raw facts are right there and you still want to argue it, you're not arguing it with educational thoughts. You're arguing it out of pure ego. Period. So you mad at me because of how I'm projecting the data? Fine. But I can't talk to everybody else differently. This is social media. I'm putting it out there how I'm comfortable putting it out there. If you don't like how I'm putting it out there, you don't have to be on my post. What you're hanging around for? For what? Don't argue with me through a political lens. Argue with me through a scientific lens. Let's talk science. Educate me. I'm always asking for information. I love science. I love to learn something new. It's not about Donald Trump. Fuck a Donald Trump. Hell with the Anthony Fauci. He ain't telling you the right stuff anyway. Just because you say, oh man, I trust him because he's an expert. He's a scientist. Yes, but there are some experts and scientists that's purposely giving you wrong information because there's an agenda behind the wrong information. When are you going to learn to recognize propaganda when you see it? When are you going to learn to hear things that they're not saying to you? Furthermore, when are you going to learn to think for yourself? They said this is a test. Do you know what I say the test is? The test is to know who the hell is out here being punks. Who are the sheep? Because when it boils down to it, I would not go to battle with any of you. They're not injecting me with shit. And I'm sorry you hate the way I'm telling it to you, but I'm telling it to you. Tony Robbins said, truth will set you free, but it'll piss you off first. Be pissed off. If you want to be pissed off, don't lash it out on me. Damn it, lash it out on a freaking book. Go out there and be pissed off at science and go pick up a book, Biology 101, and read. Read. Not social media, not mainstream media. Go into a freaking library, pick up a freaking book, learn about the immune system, understand the innate immune system, and read. That's my challenge. And I would I guarantee that you will find everything that I just said to you in regards to your immune system and how you can fight pathogens will be 100% on point. And if you still want to argue after finding out the science for your own self, then you are truly in a state of cognitive dissonance. And it's unfortunate that I have to keep using those words lately, cognitive dissonance. Y'all Davis, they are experimenting on us. When are y'all gonna freaking wake up and realize that? I've even shared articles, Melinda Gates, and videos. Melinda Gates even admitted that for them to get started on these vaccines, they need African Americans and Native Americans to get tested first. But you know what? All you debaters out there, why the fuck won't you come on that post and try to debate that? Stop being punks out here. Stop trying to pick and choose what you want to try to debate on. If I'm showing you what the fuck they trying to do, why don't you bring your little punk ass over here to that post and try to debate that? Yeah, I said punk ass because I'm tired, man. I'm not going back and forth with y'all no more. I'm not. Melinda Gates said it out of her own freaking mouth. Diane Rosette said she saw the video. The woman said it, and there are articles saying the exact same thing. The exact same thing. They want to test you. I saw an article talking about United States got more cases than other countries. United States had more cases than the entire continent of Africa. The entire continent of Africa. So if Africa's cases are not as much as the United States, why the hell is Bill and Melinda Gates over in Africa trying to test vaccines on Africans? Wake the fuck up, y'all. Hell is wrong with you? Why the hell are they over there? Why do they need to test us? Why didn't they testing their kids? And since y'all want to debate the science so bad, if you get mad at me, why don't you call them out and say, come test me? Why don't you tell them to come test the vaccine? And that's the new challenge. Since you guys are pissed off at how I'm saying and what I'm coming to you with, why don't you just find out, Google Bill Gates' phone number, email, whatever, and tell him that you're going to volunteer for his vaccine. Why don't you just do that and just kill all the back and forth? Just spare the fucking back and forth. Why don't you contact Bill Gates, contact Anthony Fauci, the CDC, WHO, contact all of them because they're all in cahoots with one another. Call them, call Monsanto's while you're at it, call Purebright while you're at it. And tell them that you want to volunteer. You want to be the first to go online to test the vaccine. Go ahead. I ain't got no problem with that. Because that's exactly what I'm getting that you're saying anyway. So call Bill Gates, call him up, do what you got to do. And say, here's my arm, here you go. Go ahead and do that. That's your call. I don't have anything to do with that. I don't have no problem with that. That's your life. And since you want to do that, take your kids and let them do that to your kids too. Don't get mad at me. You're making this a political issue. It's not politics. This is science. Don't try to claim that I'm listening to Donald Trump. Hell with the Donald Trump. Nothing happened. It's just some people just being soft, claiming that I'm being insensitive about people because of I'm putting out data about COVID-19. Everything that I've been saying for the 5, and let me tell you something, those who trying to say I'm insensitive, let me share this with you. Everything that I've said for the 4 or 5 months of this so-called pandemic, everything that I've been saying has started to come out bit by bits in mainstream media articles. And the reason why people are going to be so behind is because mainstream media does not tackle anything like this immediately. After things are being obvious, that's when they want to tackle it. No, they don't. They don't know me. They don't know me because people who do know me, they've never said anything like that. So that's my challenge. Go to the library. Go to the library. Get on Amazon. Do your research. Find biology. Look up information on the immune system. It's all right there. It's all right there, folks. But I gotta go. Dr. Shiva is coming on at 8:30, and I'm gonna do a watch party with Dr. Shiva as he talk about some science. He's gonna talk about his challenge, his invitation to Dr. Fauci. He asking Dr. Fauci to come to a science fair at MIT and asking Dr. Fauci to defend his theory on mask, social distancing, and lockdown. He's inviting Dr. Fauci. And he did it as well as calling the president to relay the message to Dr. Fauci. So I'm going to listen to that at 8:30. He's going to come on at 8:30. I'll do a watch party on it, and just be ready for about 8:30, folks, in about 7 minutes. Okay. So with that being said, I want you guys to take care of one another. Um, be nice to one another, love one another, support one another, and help one another. With that being said, I check you guys out soon. And again, there will be no more Monday Motivational Power Talk tonight. Thank you, Nuri. There will be no Monday Motivational Power Talk tonight because I'm going to be doing a watch party of Dr. Shiva. Okay. All right. So I'll check you guys later. Have a good one.